From unsolved mysteries to unexplained phenomena, from comedy gold to relationship fails, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts, included with Prime. Because the only thing that should interrupt your listening is, well, nothing. Download the Amazon Music app today.
What marketing tips can you employ today in your small business? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome. Okay, here's the question. Serious? How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph? Come on. Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up. What is up? What is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of more small business marketing learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, but you know that already. And you know what? That's infinitely more important. You, my friend, are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with yet another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to say you're getting value. I know you are. And because I know you are, then I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips. So make sure you go on down there, hit that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star rating, and drop us some kind words in the reviews. These subscribes, ratings, and reviews tell the podcast platforms that, I'm getting value here. Lift him up a little bit in those rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So again, help show the love and spread the word. I definitely appreciate you. All right. So yesterday I dropped you with 5 tips, some marketing tips to use, and just a quick review on those was about making sure that you're expanding your online presence, right? Lean into being a small business. Think local, but make sure you're acting global as you expand that online presence, and then dive in to e-commerce so that you can be sure to capture all those sales opportunities. And from those sales opportunities and, the current ones as well as the past ones, let's make sure we're getting those reviews and we're marketing those reviews. And here's the great thing about those reviews, and I didn't mention this yesterday, is that if you get a 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. Now you know it's an issue and you can address it and you can reach out to that customer and you can hopefully fix their experience and turn it from a mediocre or a poor one back into a good one and reach out and turn them from someone that may detract from your business to someone who may promote your business. And with that leans right into let's make sure you're getting your customer stories front and center. How are your customers engaging with your product, right? How are they engaging with your service? How are they using it? Let's make sure we tell their story. Heck, let's take that one step further and let's let them tell the story for you, right? On their social media and tag you in it, and then you share it and you use it in your marketing copy and content. Some other things you might want to consider is maybe finding someone who's used your product a number of times and bring them in and interview them. Right? You don't even need a podcast to do that. Get them on the phone. Get them on a Zoom call, and just chat with them about the product. What is it they love about it? Are there some cool features? Are there some things that they like to see improve? Why do they enjoy your product over maybe your competitors, right? So then you're doing a little bit of market research and you're getting some opportunities to use that in marketing, right? Get them to post those testimonials on their social medias, like I mentioned earlier. Show them out there in the wild using your product, enjoying your service, whatever it may be. Have them tell their stories in their stories, right? Facebook stories, Instagram stories, whatever it might be, and then tag you in them so you can turn around and capture that and share that in your marketing. Heck, even have them produce a video. It doesn't need to be super produced, right? That realness, that authenticity comes through when they do that little, hey, I'm just going to click record on my iPhone here and show me using this awesome product, right? And then they share that and you can turn around and use that as content in your marketing. And that kind of leads me right into the next one in here is I think you're going to want to take those customers and maybe let's take this one step further, all your customers, and create let's call it a customized experience. Let's create a unique experience for each one of your customer types. And if I keep it at the simple level, maybe the men need this kind of experience and the women need that kind of experience. Or maybe the teens need this kind of experience where the 20 to 30-year-olds need that kind of experience and those that are older need a different kind of experience. I think you need to identify your customer avatars. And I know I did this I've done this quite a bit, but in one of my most recent projects, we identified that there were 4 different customer avatars, and each one was very unique in how they used the product, why they used the product, and who they were outside of the product. So now with that knowledge, you can create this unique experience that takes them along the journey the way they need to go along the journey. You don't need to take some young buck on a journey the same way you would take someone like myself who's a little longer in the tooth, right? Who has a different mindset in his life, right? And then maybe you don't want to take the gal in your business through the same experience that you want to take the 60-year-old man, right? You want to take them through a unique experience geared towards them. And yesterday I mentioned expanding your online presence. And of course, social media is a piece of that. And inside of that, let's make sure we're smart about it, right? Because obviously their big guys are playing in this pool as well. And we all know we're not going to be able to outspend them, right? You're never going to outspend the Coca-Colas, the Amazons, the McDonald's of the world. But you can certainly strategically place yourself in the mindset, in the stream of your core audience by building yourself a strong social media persona, a strong social media presence for yourself and your brand, right? And then stay active where your core audience is active. If they're active on LinkedIn, focus in on LinkedIn. If they're all about Facebook, man, that's your place. If they're Instagram folks, then dive in there. If it's TikTok, well, then go ahead and let it rock, right? Wherever it is, be present where they are, and just focus that in on there. And with your being in that space, on that platform in a focused way and creating that strong persona, you could add a little ad spend on top of that and really enable you to not compete, but certainly, target the same folks they're targeting in a strategic, budget-worthy manner. And then speaking of budget, if it's in your budget, this is certainly a area you can outsource to those that this is their expertise day in and day out. And they will tell you what I'm about to tell you here is please, please, please do not ignore the new platforms. Yeah, we all know about Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest and, TikTok is a newer kid on the block. There's Twitter and LinkedIn, Snapchat, Pinterest, and there's probably ones that I don't even know about. And hey, one of the new kids on the block, Clubhouse. And I've seen some brands that are personality brands that have just built these huge followings because they jumped in early and often and just kept delivering value, right? And then that delivering value could be any number of ways. It could be offering tips and techniques, offering how-tos, doing unboxing. Obviously, you can't do an unboxing video on a Clubhouse, but you know what I'm talking about right here, right? You get in there and you start delivering the value on whatever new platform your core audience is, and then they're like, oh, wow, this guy's awesome. Let me check them out more. And of course, you can certainly invite them into other platforms where you're more prominent on, but do not ignore these new emerging platforms. And I think the last thing I want to leave you with today is make sure your customer service is on point. And whatever that means for your product or service, if a customer reaches out to you via email, via, instant messenger, via text, or tries to give you a phone call, respond. And respond as quickly as possible. And I don't say the customer is always right, but certainly the customer's point of view is always right as far as they're concerned. So be sure your customer service is on point, that they're responsive, that they're engaging, that they make the person feel important as a customer, even though they may not always be able to resolve that issue right away, but always work to resolve the issue and never leave one dangling Chad hanging out there to potentially ruin your great reputation. You work a lifetime to build a reputation. You get one rabid, dejected fan out there, and they can certainly blow you up by just spreading all over the place all the negativity that they might have in their belly as a result of a bad experience. Customer service can cut that off, flip them over back into being a raving fan simply by addressing the issue head on and helping them out. And I think here's one of the cool things. So many brands and so many companies, they don't put enough attention here. So if you dial in your attention and say, you know what, my experience with my customer is going to be awesome from soup to nuts, from A to Z, beginning to end. So when that person calls your customer service support and they get that killer experience, and maybe they try your competitor and they get a okay experience, guess who they're coming back to? That's right, you, my friend. All right, my Dark Horse friends, there's some more for you to take in and integrate into your business. Now, tomorrow we're going to bring you even more small business marketing tips that you can employ right now. Now you want to keep, I know, you want to keep getting all these daily success tips that I keep dropping in there. So I know you're going to go down there, you're going to hit that subscribe button, you're going to go ahead while you're there, drop us a 5-star rating, leave us some kind words in the reviews. Yep, as I told you, those subscribes or rating reviews are going to give us a little bump up in the podcast platform algorithms so that we can reach more entrepreneurs just like you. So if you're getting that value, and I know you are, go ahead, take the time, show some love, and help spread the word. I definitely appreciate you. And then come on over and join myself and a number of other, 80 other right now driven entrepreneurs just like yourself in the Facebook group, the Dark Horse Tribe Facebook group. So go to facebook.com, in that search bar up there, type Dark Horse Tribe. You should see us right there at the top. Come on in, hang out with us, ask your questions, share your knowledge. And if you can't find us that way, please go to your favorite web browser, type in darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe. You should see us right there. It will take you straight there. Come on in. I look forward to meeting you in the group. All right, my friends, get out there, run your race, get your results. Yeah, come on into the Facebook group and share them with us. I want to help celebrate with you. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.